Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast.
Today we're going to be looking at Helix Energy Solutions Group.
That's right, Helix Energy Solutions Group.
We've got a lot of information for you guys. Just trying to cut through all that noise out there and give you the insights you need to know.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you understand HLX by the end of this.
So where do we start?
Well, I think it's good to start with, what do they actually do?
Okay, so we'll be looking at their business model, what their stock is doing,
How are they doing financially?
right? Some strengths, some weaknesses,
Competition.
and a little bit of technical analysis too.
Yeah, and hopefully put all of that together in a way that's easy to understand and digest.
Yeah, just trying to give you a clear picture of what's going on.
So let's start with the core of their operations. What does Helix Energy Solutions Group actually do?
Well, they're an international offshore energy services company. So they operate all over the world.
Okay.
The Gulf of Mexico, U.S. East Coast, Brazil, North Sea,
Wow.
Asia Pacific, and West Africa. So they're really all over the place.
Sounds like they're a pretty big company.
Yeah. And they specialize in a few very key areas.
Okay, what are those?
Well, intervention,
Okay.
robotics, and full field decommissioning.
So that means they're the ones who come in and they help to fix oil and gas wells that are already there. They're not
Yeah.
drilling brand new ones. They're maintaining the ones that are already there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's like,
Keep them up and running.
yeah, it's kind of like maintaining a car.
Oh, okay.
You've got to go in and make sure everything's running smoothly.
And the robotics part, what does that mean?
So they use a lot of remotely operated vehicles
Mm-hmm.
to do a lot of their underwater tasks.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, actually. And then the full field decommissioning.
What's that?
This is when they safely and responsibly remove and dispose of offshore oil and gas infrastructure at the end of its life.
So once it's done, they come in and they're the ones who get rid of it all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a big part of their business, too.
Yeah. It sounds like kind of a delicate operation. You got to be careful with that stuff.
Right.
Now, that's interesting. That all sounds like traditional energy stuff. But you mentioned that they also are involved in renewable energy.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So they actually support offshore renewable energy developments.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're kind of hedging their bets a little bit?
Exactly.
Okay, so they're in both.
Yeah, so that's what's fascinating about them is they're kind of dipping their toes into both the traditional energy sector and then the evolving energy landscape with renewables.
That's really interesting. So they are kind of set up to sort of adapt to whatever's happening in the energy world.
Right.
All right, well, let's shift gears and talk about how their stock is doing. How's HLX performing?
So the current price is sitting around $8.61, and it's down about 0.35% over the last 24 hours.
Okay, so not a huge change recently, but what about over a longer time period?
Right.
Like the past year?
So in the past year,
Okay.
HLX has underperformed both the U.S. energy services industry and the broader U.S. market.
Really? So what are the numbers we're looking at?
So the return for HLX is negative 20.2%,
Okay.
compared to negative 17.1% for energy services and a positive 7.9% for the overall U.S. market.
Oh, wow. So they've actually done worse than the energy services industry, which we wouldn't necessarily expect.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, what about volatility?
So despite that kind of negative return over the past year,
Okay.
HLS actually has a relatively stable weekly volatility,
Okay.
only about 6%,
Okay.
which is actually lower than the industry average.
So it's underperforming, but it's not swinging wildly?
Right.
Okay.
It's a bit more stable.
So it seems like maybe there's some kind of consistent downward trend
Possibly.
or a stagnation,
Yeah.
but not a lot of wild swings. Right.
Okay. But have there been any recent positive developments for HLX that might be worth noting?
Yeah, actually, there have been a couple.
Oh, okay.
Helix Robotics Solutions secured a pretty big contract for trenching services,
Okay.
so that's good news for them.
Yeah, that's a positive sign.
What else? And then there are expectations that their, intervention assets are going to be able to secure longer-term contracts at higher rates.
Oh, okay. So is that because of increasing demand?
Possibly. But also, their expertise. They are pretty good at what they do.
Right.
So, they might be able to command a higher price.
Okay, so we've got this potentially increasing demand. And they're also really good at what they do, so they might be able to charge more.
Right.
Okay. And then we also talked about their acquisition of the Alliance Group.
Right. In 2022.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
How is that playing into their strategy?
So that acquisition really helped them to boost their capabilities in oil, well, decommissioning in the Gulf of Mexico.
So, with all that aging infrastructure out there,
Right.
it seems like it was a smart move.
So, like, as more of these oil and gas wells and platforms and things reach the end of their life, they need somebody to come in and responsibly take them away. And now HLX is in a better position to do that.
Exactly.
Okay, great. So now let's talk about financial health. Do we have any data on their financials?
We do, but it's a little old.
Okay, how old are we talking?
2018.
Oh, okay, that is pretty old.
Yeah. So their revenue back then was $521.7 million.
Okay.
Their net income was $28.6 million.
All right.
And their earnings per share were about 19 cents.
Okay, so that gives us a little bit of historical context.
Exactly.
But we really need more recent data.
Yeah, you would definitely want to look at their more recent reports.
If you were seriously considering investing in them?
Right.
Absolutely. So where do we even find more up-to-date info?
So you can check out their investor relations website.
Yeah.
You can also look at financial news websites.
Right. Places like, Yahoo Finance, Google Finance.
Exactly. And, places like the SEC website, they'll have all their filings and stuff.
Okay, great. So lots of resources out there to find that info.
Yeah, definitely do your research.
All right. So based on everything we know, what would you say are some of the key strengths for Helix Energy Solutions Group?
Well, they have a very strong track record.
Okay, in what areas?
Specifically in, intervention and robotics.
Okay.
Like we talked about.
Yeah, they seem to be the experts in those areas. What else?
They have a pretty diverse portfolio.
What do you mean?
So they've got traditional oil and gas services, but they're also moving into those renewable energy services.
Right.
So they're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Exactly. And that acquisition of Alliance, that's got to be a strength too, right?
Yeah, that was a really strategic move.
Okay. But every company has its potential weaknesses. What might be some concerns with HLX?
I think one concern is that they operate in a really volatile industry.
Yeah, the energy sector is always up and down. What else?
The price of oil
Yeah, that's always fluctuating.
and regulatory changes.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen with regulations. Always changing.
Right. So those are definitely things to keep in mind.
Okay. Well, let's talk about their competition. Who are they up against?
So their key competitors are Halliburton, Schlumberger, and TechnipFMC.
Those are some really big names in the industry. How does HLX stack up against those giants?
Well, it seems like their competitive advantage really comes from that specialization in, intervention and robotics.
Right. They've really honed in on those specific areas.
And they're also, being proactive with renewable energy.
Yeah. So they're trying to carve out their own little niche.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's wrap up with a little bit of technical analysis. What are some key price levels or indicators to keep an eye on?
All right. So their 52-week high was $13.05.
Yeah.
And their 52-week low was $7.56.
All right.
Now, those lows, around $7.56, they could act as a support level.
Okay. So like people might start buying more if it dips down that low.
Yeah, it might bounce back from there.
Okay. And what about the high?
So the 52-week high could act as a resistance level.
Okay. So once it hits $13.05, people might start selling.
Right. So based on all of this, the underperformance and the volatility,
Okay.
the technical analysis suggests a hold recommendation.
So we're not saying buy, we're not saying sell, we're just saying wait and see.
Exactly.
Okay.
Monitor the situation.
All right, so to wrap this all up,
Right.
we've talked about Helix Energy Solutions Group, HLX, and we've gone over their business operations,
Right.
their recent stock performance,
How they're doing financially.
a little bit of historical data there,
Right. We touched on their competition.
and then some quick technical analysis.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways here?
Their specialized service offerings.
Like, well, intervention and robotics.
Right. Their strategic expansion into things like decommissioning and renewable energy support.
Right. They're really trying to diversify and adapt to the changing energy landscape. But we also have to remember that the energy industry is inherently volatile.
Right.
And HLX has been underperforming lately.
Yeah, definitely some things to consider.
So if you're thinking about investing in Helix Energy Solutions Group,
Do your research.
exactly, dig a little deeper, get the latest financial reports. Don't just rely on the information from 2018.
Right.
But hopefully this has given you a good starting point, a good foundation for your own further research into HLX.
Exactly.
And if you found this deep dive informative,
Hit that subscribe button.
yeah, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below,
Let us know what you think.
and tell us what other companies you'd like us to take a look at in the future.
We're always looking for new ideas.
That's right. So thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time.